Hey guys, Roman Reaper here. As you can see, I'm just outside the cinema, ready for the latest cinema trip video of the year. That's right, another one I'm really excited for. Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans, all about him, fictionalized telling of his upbringing. I'm really excited for that reason. It's been getting rave reviews, and the trailers look good. Spielberg, so ought to be in for a good time. So, not gonna waste too much more time. I'm gonna go in, get my snacks, get my seat, and go see how young Sammy Fabelman did it. So yeah, we go back from seeing the Fabelmans. This is Steven Spielberg's fictionalized recounting of his own upbringing and his own love of filmmaking that inspired him to become the man that he is, and it's been getting critical acclaim, and it's been nominated for 7 Oscars, but of course it's been bombing the box office. So it's further proving that disconnect between awards glory and commercial success. But is the film worthy of all the acclaim and prizes it could potentially be getting? Let's find out. So the film opens in 1952, and we see a young boy, Sammy Fabelman, going on his first trip to the cinema with his parents, and the images Sammy witnesses in the film, have such a profound impact on him that inspires him to start making his own home movies, and really the aspiration of making it into the films himself. And over the course of the film, we see Sammy, and with his love of filmmaking, as well as also being caught up in the middle of his turbulent family dynamic, and all of this helped shape the man that we know and love. I'm not gonna dance around this one because this was a brilliant film. Legitimately, this film, actually, it's this incredibly moving and exciting and funny and big-hearted, just experience. It wears its heart on its sleeve, just like any good old Spielberg production does, and yeah, and that's just the cameo alone. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Might be one of my favorite cameos in any film ever. It's so brilliantly done. But the rest of the film as well is this just real big-hearted love letter to filmmaking. It can only be delivered by Steven Spielberg. Yeah, this film, it's got it's got a real beating heart to it. Like the family dynamic in the film is complex and turbulent, and it's also incredibly well by the actors. We've got Gabriel LaBelle playing Sammy, and he does a really good job emulating Spielberg, and he perfectly sells the more emotional, weighty stuff of the emotional turmoil of his family's fractured, gradually breaking relationship. It's straining to stay together. And talking of family, everyone else around him is bloody brilliant as well. Michelle Williams, in particular, brings like out the real beating heart of the film as Sammy's mother, Mitzi, dealing with her own complex mental health struggles, and it's a goddamn powerhouse performance. She's so good, and it's this performance, yeah, contrasts nicely with LaBelle's. Gives the emotional scenes they share that extra weight. We also got Paul Dano as Sammy's father, Bert, and he's really good as well. He's like sort of the breadwinner of the family. He's very like logical mind. He's an engineer, and he's a man who wants what's best for his family, but knows he also has to be the one to put the foot down at times. And we've also got Seth Rogen. Yeah, Seth Rogen is in the film, and I know when you think Seth Rogen, you think the funny stoner man, but actually he gives a surprisingly heartfelt and mature performance here, which is very much against type for him, and it works really well. Like, he also brings like moments of humor, but it's not his usual juvenile stoner humor. Like it fits naturally within the film. And all of these great performances just lend the film this real beating heart. And when the emotional moments hit, I actually got choked up several times watching this. I felt tears forming. The film has such an emotional weight to it. Particular standout being a proper emotional roller coaster scene set at Sammy's school prom. It's such like heart wrenching stuff. But it never feels manipulative or schmaltzy. You really feel the emotional weight of it. It's also very funny as well. Several laugh out loud moments. It's great stuff as well, and that creates it for this real emotionally complex film. I've mentioned before, probably my Avatar review, that and Top Gun and Spider-Man are the only three films recently that gave me this incredible tingling feeling across my body, knowing that I've witnessed something like incredibly special. The Fabelmans just became the fourth. I mean that. This film just moved me. It's also a really pretty film to look at. Obviously, it's incredibly well directed by Spielberg, and it's shot very warmly and vibrantly by cinematographer Janusz Kaminski. It's great to look at, and of course, John Williams, being John Williams, provides another great Spielberg score. Yeah, it's obviously at times it's a long film, like it's 2.5 hours, and at times the film isn't quite as engaging as it would like to be, but it will pick up for these lulls really quickly, and delivers some proper gut punch, or deliver a big cheesy grin of some delightful scene of Sammy making one of his like low budget films with all these like really simple but creative, like cheap practical effects. It just left a great big grin on my face, and yeah, obviously I've been describing this as really big hearted, just moving film. It's also got a bit of grit to it as well. Yeah, in scenes where Sammy deals with anti-Semitism from school bullies, and that's handled incredibly well with, again, with real weight. Yeah, all in all, I have not got too much more to say about Fabelmans, really. It's a brilliant film, it's emotional, it's funny, it's feel good, it's really well acted, beautifully shot, and just it will leave a great big grin on your face. Like, the final shot of this film just well, the ending of the film will leave you with a great big spring on your step, and if this is Spielberg's curtain call, I could not think of a better way to go out. Overall, I'm gonna give The Fabelmans a 9 out of 10. This might just be my favourite film of the year so far. And yeah, that's my thoughts on Fabelmans. Let me know down in the comments, have you seen it? What do you think of it? What's your favourite Spielberg film? And did you get any particular insight in learning about the story behind the man himself? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe button if you're new, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.